Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm building a PC of a budget around 60 to 70,000 Indian rupees, which is capable of pushing 60 plus FPS in most modern titles at 1080p even at max settings, and packs in amazing video editing performance as well. This build is mainly focused on the AMD's Ryzen 7 2700, which recently saw a very huge discount on Amazon and is available for a price of 14,000 rupees, which I believe is an amazing deal. So let's address the elephant in the room, our CPU, which comes with 8 cores and 16 threads and can be overclocked up to 4.1 GHz. If you can get this CPU at a price below 15,000 rupees, it would be an amazing deal for you. Even at 16,000, it is a very good deal. As you can see, it is even cheaper than its predecessor, the Ryzen 7 1700, which is a generation older than this CPU. If the CPU goes out of stock or cannot find it at this price, you can also go for the AMD's Ryzen 5 3600, which is the third gen CPU rather than being the second gen, which the 2700 is, and is built on the Zen 2 architecture, and as a result will provide a better single core performance. And when it comes to gaming, you'll see better performance with the Ryzen 5 3600 at the current time. But I believe the future games that will come out would be built in such a way that they can utilize more cores, so getting a CPU with more cores would be beneficial in the future run. The stock cooler that these CPU come with is pretty decent and would be fine for a normal usage. But if you live at a place where the temperatures are pretty high, or if you intend to do very high overclocking, then any third party air coolers or a 120mm AIO liquid cooler like the NZXT's Kraken M22 would be just fine. Moving on to the motherboard, I chose ASRock's B450M Steel Legend, which is a very decent motherboard and has got plenty of headroom for overclocking and even RGB lights for the RGB lovers out there. Now if you want an ATX option, you can go with Gigabyte's B450 Aorus Elite motherboard, which has got very decent VRMs and has even got a thermal guard for the M.2 SSD. Now it comes with a total of 8 USB ports, so that would be very helpful if you use a lot of peripherals. For the RAM, you can go with a 16 gig kit of Corsair's Vengeance LPX 3200 MHz RAM. If you want some RGB option, you can go with Team Group's T-Force Delta RGB 16GB 3200 MHz kit. Now coming to our GPU, I have chosen Radeon RX 570. Now this GPU is a little bit older if you notice, but when it comes to performance, it easily beats its Nvidia counterparts like the 1650 or the 1650 Super. If you've got a little bit more budget and you want better performance, you can go with Nvidia's 1660 Super or 1660 Ti. Both of these GPUs are pretty much neck to neck when it comes to performance, so the deciding point is going to be the price. Now the price fluctuates on Amazon, so you would have to check it out when you're actually gonna buy it. Now for the power supply, you can go with any 550 watt PSU. I would suggest going with something from a decent brand like the Corsair VS550 or even the Cooler Masters MWE 550 watt 80 plus white. For the storage, I would definitely suggest using an SSD for your operating system and a good hard drive for your mass storage. Coming to the cabinet, in the original build I used NZXT's H510 for the minimalist look that I wanted to achieve, but it is not very good when it comes to bang for your bucks. So I would suggest going with something like the Antex NX310, which comes with pre-installed RGB fan in the front and 2 RGB strips as well. You can also go with Antex NX400 if you want a little bit more minimalist look and not very out there. If you're not very much into RGB and if you're planning to make a stealthy build, you can go with Corsair's Carbide Series 175R, which comes with a tempered glass side panel. Let me show you guys by building it on Bitcard to see the actual price. As you can see, by using the RX 570, we have a budget around 60,000. Now if we change it to 1660 or 1660 Super, the budget will be around 70,000. So overall, depending upon what cards you choose, you can build the PC around the budget of 60 to 70,000 rupees. Now let's move on to the gaming benchmarks. Let me mention that the benchmarks are done using the Ryzen 7 2700 and RX 570.
Oh, the better. Hold him. Skin him alive. Ashes stack.
thumb drive. Plug it into your tablet for analysis. Come in. Reload. Enter me. Hey, back on the traveler now.
Check your fire.
Had the connection. That thumb drive decrypted their comms and changed the code.
Reloading.
Find another lieutenant and search him.